Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime, and today we are going to be reviewing the Transformers Legacy Transmetal 2 Megatron. Yes. And Dragon Megatron here. He's got this nice artwork here at the front, says Transformers Legacy. Is that meant to be a foreshadowing for something? And then here on the side, we got some nice, more artwork right there of some nice mug shots of him in both of his modes. And then it says Transformers, got some artwork. Authentic Transformers! Yes! Then we got some promotional images here on the back, and there is a QR code right there. And when you scan it, it shows this little dragon gif right there. It says he turns into a dragon. His name's Megatron. He's a Predacon commander. It says that he shoots out a pyro flame that shoots out tornadoes of flames. And it also says that, you know, his origin of how he fell into the volcano, merged his sparks together, and how he became the dragon mode. And he's like super powerful. And then according to Megatron's stats down here, holy Primus, Megatron is a freaking Chad. Strength is a 10+, intelligence 9.9, speed 10, firepower 10, what the fuck? So yeah, that is pretty cool, and that is it for the packaging. And Megatron only comes with one accessory. He comes with a big Cheeto. And this peg allows for it to be put here in his mouth so he can be breathing fire out of the dragon mouth. Jack has his little Christmas sweater on. Oh, look at him. Jack, over here. Hi. Because of the way how the head is sculpted, this flame always ends up going on this weird angle, going downward. This flame on an angle looks good in the dragon mode, but it looks so weird here in the robot mode. Also, they advertise this thing being able to be used as a club here in his hand, but Cheeto. Here is taking a look at the head sculpt on Dragon Megatron, and it looks pretty good. I like his little dragon helmet he has going over his head. The orange head crest looks pretty good, and the black and the gold looks all great. The purple eyes really are piercing, and overall, I think the overall body looks great. I love this gradient from red to purple that goes on throughout the figure. You can see it multiple times throughout the whole figure. Also, I like how these are the actual dragon claws here on his chest, where normally most of the time other figures have a fake version of this, which he still technically has a fake version of this, so I guess it doesn't count. Also, the ponytail here. I'm not funny. I love this purple and red, and the sculpting and everything in this mode is really good. The scales and everything look nice. The crotch plate looks good. He's got his arm here. I do wish this guy maybe had an opening hand or a wrist swivel. I do feel like this arm was kind of skipped out on a little bit. And then the legs here look nice. I like this asymmetrical design with the knees and the arms. He's got those big dragon feet with those golden toes. And overall, the back kibble and back management doesn't look too bad, but I am still a little annoyed that this thing can't fold in a little bit more. You get the options to leave the wings closed, but I prefer to have them splayed outward like this because it really gives Megatron here a lot more presence. It really emphasizes how big he is.
That's what she said.
It looks more like he's wearing like a dragon suit. Is Beast Wars a furry show? Going over the Dragon Megatron's articulation, he does get a swivel here at the head. You could try to work some of the hinge joints here by mistransforming and make him look up and down, but I don't think it's really worth it. He also has a hinge joint here on the back of the head with a ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, and no articulation at the claw, which does allow for some good tail posing. The wings here are on little flaps right there. These claws can hinge, and all these wings have individual hinge joints that allow for each of them to move around and pose in their own way. The shoulders can rotate a full 360 on soft ratchets. They both can move outward that far. On this arm, he does get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. No wrist swivel, but the hand does hinge up and down due to transformation. And then on this arm, you can swivel the dragon head, and he does get a ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, and a hinge joint, and then a hinge joint in the dragon mouth. Ratcheted waist swivel, hips ratchet forward, they can ratchet backwards, not that far. They can move outward that far. He does get a above the knee swivel. Bend at the knee, which bends over 90 degrees. He gets this weird calf bend for transformation. Ankles can hinge up, they can hinge down, and he does get an ankle pivot. So very good articulation here on Dragon Megatron. Oh my gosh. And starting off our comparisons, here's the Dragon Megatron compared next to his T-Rex counterpart from Kingdom. Here is Megatron compared next to his Optimus Primal counterpart, the Power of the Primes Leader Class Optimal Optimus. And then here is Dragon Megatron with my last Transformers Legacy figures I took a look at, the Hero is Born 2-pack. So anyway, that is it for comparisons.
Megatron, Beast Mode.
Yes. I really love how this beast mode came out. And the transformation was also quite easy to figure out without even me using the instructions. I didn't really talk about it too much in the robot mode because I wanted to talk about it more in the dragon mode, but this head sculpt for the dragon looks really good, and I'm really surprised by how animation accurate this looks, while also remaining quote-unquote realistic in a way. I love the gold, the purple, the red, everything looks great. His horns right there also look really good as well. And again, all that detail that I loved in the robot mode is now carried right on over here into the dragon mode. And there's so much blend of mechanical detailing while also having like musculature here in the arms and the claws, and there's even, you know, this nice now dragon belly right here with the orange gem. Like everything looks great. And also again, I love how he has this gold on the belly that comes down the neck right onto here. Really makes the whole thing feel like an actual organic creature. And his sheer size is what plays into the factor here. This guy is worth it. Definitely helps that the wingspan helps with his size, along with the length of his neck and tail. And I love that more of this detail that has been revealed here on his back with all these scales and spikes and everything. And one thing I forgot to mention in the robot mode, these wings are made out of this like semi-pliable plastic, but they don't feel like they're going to break anytime soon either, because I do love how they look, and the plastic here does feel really durable. And again, that weird angle that the flame had in the robot mode now looks all natural here in the dragon mode, because now the dragon is always towering over everybody, so it makes more sense that the dragon would be shooting the flame in all kinds of different directions, such as this. Going over the dragon's posability just really fast, he does have the hinge joint in the mouth, hinge joint right here, ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here, which does allow for some swiveling and rotation. And then there's a hinge joint at the base of the neck. This allows to rotate, which was previously the shoulder. He has a rotation here at his little dragon arms. They can move outward. He does get a bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, and then the wrists do rotate and hinge up and down at the claws. And then right here, the hips are exactly the same as the robot mode, only except now added on, he has this extra calf hinge joint due to transformation. And overall, the posability here does look really awesome. And also, that swivel at the head does allow for some extra posability here at the head, along with the hinge joint, ball joint, ball joint, and ball joint. The wings can also flap as well. I kind of went over these in the robot mode. Hinge joint, the claws, and at the wings and all that. So overall, really good stuff here with the Dragon Megatron. My only complaint is he kind of starts to split here at the crotch a little bit. Okay, it annoys me a little more than a little. Here's Dragon Megatron compared next to his T-Rex counterpart from Kingdom. Here he is with his Optimal Optimus, arch rival. And no, I wasn't too lazy to transform Alpha Trion and Orion Pax them, because I wanted to show you just how small these guys look in comparison to Megatron in his dragon mode. Okay, maybe I was lazy a little bit. And that is basically it for my review on the Transformers Legacy Transmetal 2 Beast Wars Megatron. Yes. I really, really do love this figure quite a bit. Now, he doesn't have that third alternate mode where he turned into that weird vehicle thing, which honestly, I'm really glad that Hasbro decided not to throw that in there, because again, I'm glad that all the engineering went in just to the robot mode and the dragon mode. And besides, again, it's a good thing they also did that, because the vehicle mode didn't even appear in the cartoon, so it just, emphasizes that they're trying to make this as cartoon accurate as possible while also still giving it some realistic spins on it. And this guy's posability is also really good in both Dragon and also his robot modes, because I have been posing this guy for non-stop the past couple of days. Once I pick him up and start playing with him, it's really hard to put him back down again. But the Megatron doesn't come with a powdered wig. 0 out of 10. And that is basically it for my review on the Transmetal 2 Legacy Megatron. Over the past couple years, Hasbro has been really cheaping out with some of their leader class figures, and it feels like leader class figures are not what they used to, and they keep downsizing them, and their engineering is starting to not feel as, like a high-end product. Because again, this is like $50 worth of Transformers, now going up to like 55, 60, depending where you live. But I'm telling you right now, this guy is worth it. Yes, he did only come with the one Cheeto. I would have also liked maybe he came with a blue one so it would look like an ice beam. But overall, I still think this guy is really, really fun because his size, his engineering, I have no QC issues on mine. I have literally 0 issues with the actual figure itself. And yeah, straight up, 10 out of 10. This figure is a solid 10 out of 10 for me. I barely have any complaints. So yeah, that is it for this review. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a like on the video, comment down below what you guys think, subscribe to the channel for more Transformers and action figure videos, and I'll catch you guys next time. Yes.